Sorry I'm late. I was having a slight Twitter battle, and also I took a phone call from one of these agencies that have been calling me. I basically told them, I can't repeat what I said, but they kept pestering me about a certain candidate. And I was like, you know what? I said, who's the third party candidate? And they said, what? I said, yeah, who's running third party? And they said, I don't know. Don't you understand what's at stake, sir? I said, yeah. You pestered me too much, so what's your name? Lakeisha? Okay. I'm writing in Arnold Schwarzenegger. And she's like, you've doomed this country. And she's crying on the phone. I'm just like, sucks to be you. Have a good night. That's what you get for calling me. So, yep, I'm writing in Arnold Schwarzenegger. Because I'm sick of these people. Yeah, I just, I put some call lady in her place. I finally answered one of those political calls that have been pestering me.
On the air?
No, I didn't do it on the air. No, but that's why I'm late.
Are you streaming right now?
Yeah, I'm streaming right now.
Yeah. You really did answer a political thing?
Yeah, I answered the phone, and I said, stop calling me. I said, especially with the election ending, don't call anymore. I said, this is harassment.
What did they say?
She was begging me on the phone to vote for Kamala or whatever. Because she said, I'm going to cause this country to be destroyed. Because I said I'm voting for Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, do a write-in.
Yeah, I'm doing a write-in.
Just like vote for your own cat.
Vote. I'll write Link. That works. Link the cat.
I mean, that's what they're really making people, like, do, is just not even care about it anymore because it's becoming, like, ridiculous.
I can understand if it's like a day or a week before the election, but, I mean, it's been like 6 or 7 months of this nonsense, so I'm sick of it.
I have so many, look at how many texts I get every day. Look at the amount of texts I have. Look at the notifications.
Yep.
Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
I got
14,
15
15,
today.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. All, I have 31 messages.
Yep.
About politics.
Yep.
On my phone of people that I do not know whatsoever.
Yep. But anyway, so yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed that. I especially love the fact that my one vote is going to doom society. If I had more time, I was going to ask her a bunch of stuff and see what she even believed about that she's working at this call center or whatever, but nah. I'm just like, whatever.
I do not have the energy to...
Oh, of course not.
To argue with people because... Or even care what they think. Like, I don't even care. Like, I honestly don't care.
I mean, it's too much, like...
And honestly, like...
Way too much pestering.
Honestly, like...
5 charges.
I'm not even gonna go into it. I'm just not even gonna go into it. But it's just like... It's like everything is perfectly fine. Everyone's hunky-dory. And then the election comes and everyone
starts losing their minds.
Everyone's having a mental breakdown, like everything's going up in flames and all this stuff. And it's like people need to relax. So I don't know what you want me to do, but I don't. Yeah, he mentioned that he might want to stay even one more day if he was able to, but I mentioned I don't know if I even have the ability to do that.
I mean...
But I said maybe he could stay with my aunt for the last day, and we could stay up there, because I said as long as you guys don't mind Luke working, because I said otherwise I won't be able to afford this. And then I told him baby steps. I said maybe, we'll see how it works for 1 or 2 days, and then maybe if everything is working well with Luke being able to work and everything, maybe it could be longer. But I said, like, we have to be able to afford my rent. And
the maximum that...
I said, technically, my income is going to go down when I'm not on the streams.
Yeah, that's true.
And I said, you know, I just mentioned that it'll, I mean, and he's like, well, it's a lot for one day. And I said, well, my aunt would be overjoyed to see her brother. And I'm just thinking, like, it's a lot for, I said that's
wait, how is it one day? I thought it's 3 days.
It is 3 days.
Why did you say 1 day?
He thinks, like, the first day, all evening doesn't count as a day, then overnight doesn't count as a day, then the next day counts as the 1 day, and then all night doesn't count as a day, and then the next day doesn't count as a day. Does not, it's 3 days, so...
It's 3 days. Even 4 days would be 4, like...
And I said it would be me. I would be traveling 13 hours to come see people, and I only have 1 day off for that. And I said I would only be able to see Luke's grandma for 5 hours, and then we had to leave. And it's like, and he's just, I find it like, I cannot even say my response on the stream. But I think that. You know, I think if things get... I'm not gonna, like... I don't think anyone in my family is watching. So I'll just... But if things seem to get pushy, like I'm being pushed around by people or something, then I'll just... I'll mute the microphone.
Okay.
Let's get this started.
And here we go.
Right.
Alright, we're back.
Oh, I mean, I don't understand
Your cage.
the fact... I mean, it's really not... Yeah, really. It's really not in somebody's... I mean, maybe if they... I mean, I should have just said that. Like, if you want to get your own... You know, if you had another place, you know...
Alright, if he wants to get his own thing, then, I mean, you could stay
I could
with
talk
it a
to...
little bit longer, but...
I could ask Aunt Jody and talk to her, since he mentioned he want to stay longer. And I said that. I mean, if you want... I mean, I could even do that. I could just tell my Aunt Jody and be like, my brother said he wants
Be overjoyed to have it.
My brother wants to stay more than 1 day, you know, so is it possible you take him in the second day, because I have to work,
Yeah.
like, and I might just tell him, you know, like, and then, like, I mean, if it, you know, I think what I could even do is, if it's a real problem, like, where I don't really like the...
Let's get
You know, like, for me, I said, well, I said, you know, he's like, well, it's a lot of work just for 1 day. I said, well, a lot of people do fly in for Thanksgiving and then fly back. I said that would be what I would have to do to drive down and see you guys for Thanksgiving. It would take me that much work to see you all for 1 day. And so I'm just so confused, like,
Okay.
I'm very confused. Like, it's a complete different take than with my dad, talking with my dad, who was overjoyed that I was able to do it. So, you know, I told him, like, I said, I don't even know. I said the tickets will, you know, and he goes, well, maybe
Let's
it would
get
be
this
better.
started.
He goes, you know, on a day that's not Thanksgiving. And it's like, I was just thinking, like, I said, my aunt probably won't be here when it's not Thanksgiving, and she really wanted to cook for her brother, and she would be overjoyed to see her brother and you on Thanksgiving. And
Right.
this is very difficult. This is why
I'm sorry, sweetie.
it's, you know what? It doesn't really matter. Like, you know, like, I think Friday evening is best, because I think it's getting too crazy. Like, I think it will be too much. Like, I don't think I can even take that many days off, because it will be all evening.
What day is Thanksgiving, by the way? What day does that fall on this year? Like, is it a weekend? Is it a weekday?
It will be Thursday.
Oh, it's a Thursday. Oh. All right. Yeah, because weekend always more expensive to travel than during the weekday. Ow.
I should have just said, like, this is what I can afford to bring people for.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I should have said, like, if someone wants to help me out with more. I don't understand.
I mean, if he wants to stay more, he could pay half his ticket or whatever. Like,
Yeah, like, I should have been like, this is what I'm able to do. If you or Dad want to, you know, like, contribute more so you can stay longer. But I can't.
yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna have to pay.
Yeah.
I think, you know,
That's why you always invest in Wayne.
That's why you always invest in Wayne.
it's gonna, like, I explained. I said I will lose. I mean, I will lose money if it's more than those days.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because I have to get back to work, and I said I'm going to be losing money anyway.
Yep, I understand, Amber. Okay, so
This is the first time I've done this in my life, and this is going to be like what my life is for the rest. Like, I have to, you know, it's hilarious because, like, this is how it's normal for people with small businesses. If I ran a grocery store, like, if I owned a Best Buy, I would have to be supervising over the Best Buy during Thanksgiving. I could not just leave the Best Buy closed all week.
mm-hmm. True.
If I owned it.
Let's get
Anyone who
started.
owns their own business, this is just completely normal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you do not get a day off if you own your own business. This is normal. And I just said, well, we'll pray about it for the best thing.
Yep.
And I said, if you're not able to do it, then maybe just my dad will come up.
Then we can do them in the spring or something.
Yeah, like,
It doesn't have to be Thanksgiving.
like, if he doesn't want to do it, maybe Dad will just come up. Because, and then I can just save that money for another time that I can bring Chad.
Because we're still getting the house ready to have more than one person. Like, right now we do have a place where one person can easily stay and have privacy.
Yeah.
The other
like,
place is still a work in progress, so.
Yeah, the way that he was talking about it, it seemed like he didn't really want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, it's interesting because I've been talking to him all month, and I was like, I really want to cook for you Thanksgiving.
What a bunch of
He's like, yeah, that would be amazing. That would be awesome. And then I said, okay, now I can do it. I can bring you up here. He's like, I don't know if that's going to work. It's like, but I said it every single day for a month.
I would just go with if my input matters, I would go with your dad first and then have your brother come up, like, on not a holiday.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's to get 2 tickets for both of them is gonna put us in a bit of a bind.
Well, it'll be.
Remember, we're live. This is not muted, so.
Yeah, I'll just text him and I'll just tell him that. I'll just say, like, if it will be too difficult for you for Thanksgiving,
You lose.
you know, like, if
Oops.
you know, if it will be too much, it will be too difficult. If the time, if you feel you won't be able to spend enough time during Thanksgiving, then we could always bring
Let's
you
get
up
this
another
started.
time.
Oh, I'm busy with stuff, guys. I'll bring people in a little bit. You guys can help by getting the likes up,
There's a
though.
face that looks good for punching.
I will be bringing in helpers, though. I'm trying to do something right now.
Oh, okay. And I'm in.
Yeah, if you need to keep talking to him, you can go talk to him.
No, because I was just saying the same thing over and over again.
Okay.
He was saying the same response
All
over and
right.
over again to me.
Okay.
So I certainly don't want to keep saying the same thing over and over again.
Okay. Oof. in the air 7 times constantly. It's kind of hard to do. This dude's constantly teleporting all over the place. What?
That's the thing. That's the hard thing about family, is if you've promised that it will also be Saturday, then it will be hard to, then if you have to work that Saturday, then, you know, they'll be disappointed because they're still there and you have to work. So, I don't know. It's just, I'll be over.
Yeah, no worries.
You lose.
Alright, we can equip the gems. That's fine. The only problem is we're going to kill him really fast if we equip the gems. I won't be able to do the attack him 7 times in the air because he's going to die in 1 hit. You prefer condos? I love condos. Condos are great, but I would love to own my own house at the same time because I don't like dealing with landlords, for one. And I don't like the rules. Like, the rule in this condo complex is you can have people visit you, but they can't stay more than a week. If they stay more than a week, then the landlord will consider them a new tenant and they will charge you. So, that's bad. Ow. Oh, that was a cheap shot. Yeah, that was a cheap shot. Da, 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 da. Get him, Rowdy Rough Boy. Well, that wasn't enough for 7, see? Because the dude is too strong. If anything, I mean, I don't even know what that was. Yeah, see? Hit enemy in the air 7 times. Didn't work. Did not work. So gotta do it again. Gots to do it again. 7 times in the air.
I don't think he's understanding that you might really be helping bring my dad up. It's not a kind. Then we could just focus on bringing dad up.
Yeah, I think, you know, it's been 1 year since what happened with your mom. I think it would be good for just your dad this year, and then do your brother later on, especially if he's indecisive about it.
We could bring you up another time.
Because I don't want you to get stressed about it. That's the most important thing. Because I don't want you stressed over this.
In the spring or...
Let's get this started.
Alright, so I have to hit this fool 7 times.
I just talked to Luke and I was telling him.
Sure hope you're streaming because this is gonna be good.
Oops!
Match point for
I think I was 2 in the air. 3. Maybe 4. Ow. 4, 5, 6. Oops. Ah! Darn it. Yeah, see, this is gonna take forever. Gotta hit this fool 7 times in the air without killing him.
Let's get this started.
No, I had a weird conversation on Twitter too. It's just, I had a fan say some pretty suspicious things about, like, criminals could countersue me and stuff like that. Because I wasn't even... I'll tell you off the air. Person who's always on our stream. Like, L. But anyway, so it sounded to me like the person was defending criminals in a sense. And look, I will tell you off the air. No, I'll tell you off the air. I'm trying to do something right now. So anyway, they're talking to me about all this stuff. I'm getting a little heated, not too heated, but like basically trying to explain that me calling freaks out and saying stuff, I have every right to say stuff and verbally say things. I'm not committing a crime. Like, I don't know what world they live in, but like saying something to somebody, you know, is not a crime. Like, people who are actually committing felonies against us, like, you know, cyber attacking us, DDoSing us, the people who did a, what do they call it? The person who tried to swat us, that kind of stuff. All that's a crime. And speaking of crime, I'm getting called from another voting agency in Pennsylvania. Ha! Maybe I should answer this one on the air. Anyway, so, I mean, I was just explaining to this person, and then they just won't change their stance on it. It's like, I don't think you live, you know, in the real world, because, I mean, nothing that we have done is wrong. And then they said something that really gave me pause. They're like, you know, you hiding content in your live streams is not going to protect you from stuff. And I'm just like, okay, that's sus.
Content? What content?
Editing stuff out of our streams when we go off on people and stuff like that. That's incredibly sus.
Okay, whoever this was, I would like to ban them.
Okay, anyway, let's try this again. Or wait, this is what? Win the match, hit 3 side attacks. Oh man, be in the air for 10 seconds, that's easy. Win the character who's heroic. That's the Powerpuff Girls. Powerpuff Girls are heroic. I know, yeah, that's why I said it's very weird. Like, I don't know what their stance is, but I mean it's really bizarre. And it's a long time viewer too, so I was just kind of like, okay, that's weird. So it's like, did the mask start to crack a little bit, and maybe this person knows more than they're telling? I don't know. It's very, and I'm already on the edge with all the political calls.
It's very strange because
variants.
It's very strange when, I don't know. It's very strange getting to know people on the internet, because the person you're talking about only says the same phrase every time they come in the stream. They don't actually talk about their day. They don't make relationships with people in the chat. They don't talk to people about the game. They just say the same phrase every time they come in the chat. They don't say anything to anyone. They don't talk to anyone. They don't get to know anyone. So that's just weird to see them like going off like that.
The fact that they said that you can't protect yourself from cutting, you know, your stuff out of your streams, that to me was very suspect, because that tells me that that person either knows people that are involved, or like in the past has used my words against me.
Or are they trying to say they're trying to help you, or?
You can read the tweet. Like, I don't really understand. Like, the person speaks in broken English, so I was doing my best to understand.
Yeah, that's very hard. Like, sometimes, like, when somebody... Like, it is kind of scary to me online where you have people that are always writing things that sound very broken. Like, it seems like, oh, this person is a little kid, and they're writing like, it's my birthday and stuff, and then randomly they completely switch and they sound like a 40-year-old adult, and they're just like saying all this stuff.
It doesn't sound like a 40-year-old adult. It sounds like a kid.
Sometimes, like, I see people do a complete personality switch when they're talking to me, and it's very weird to me. Like, it's very stressful to me. I'm just like, who am I talking to? Like, it makes me freak out a little bit. Like, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, the broken English way of speaking makes me think, okay, it's a kid. But when they say stuff like, you know, you hiding aspects of your live streams or editing out the DDoS attacks and stuff like that, that's kind of like, okay, this person is pretending to be a kid, or you know, something doesn't add up.
But that doesn't make any sense because every YouTuber edits their live streams.
Let's get this started.
I mean, even on Twitch, it has an edit feature in live streams, and also like.
Well, we banned from somebody from the channel, like, with similar rhetoric for that, like, it was like 6 or 7 months ago. It was a long-time viewer.
We did
because
ban somebody,
they were defending the criminals and stuff and saying we needed to apologize to the people DDoSing us and stuff.
Yeah, but then instead of them like feeling bad about it and saying sorry, they actually went and like talked to like our haters and swore at us more and tried to get more people against us, and then they started DMing people and started acting really crazy. So instead of them just being like, you're right, I kind of messed up, I'm sorry, you know, or even if they didn't say sorry, they didn't just calm down and act normal again. They continued to act more and more insane to the point where we wanted to unban them, but they were just acting so crazy to the point where if they would be unbanned right now, they would be filling up the live stream acting insane. So we didn't have any choice. So like, if they want to act normal again, I'll unban them. But they're, you know, I have to keep my chat in order.
Yeah, as believers, we try to give people the benefit of the doubt as much as possible, and, you know, forgive. And the person who we banned 6 months ago doesn't believe he deserves an apology, and the person who's doing stuff today, it's very sus because it feels like it's following a very similar pattern to 6 months ago. But then it went to a creepy side where they're like, the stuff that you cut out of your live streams, you know, is not going to help you. And, you know, you're going to find yourself with criminal actions. It's like, our words are not criminal actions. Us being DDoSed, cyber attacked, and, like, literally the swatting, those are all criminal actions.
I think the person...
Words are not.
I think the person... I am wanting to give them the benefit of the doubt. I think they don't understand.
Probably.
I think them... Even when I tried to explain it to people, like, I was asking to be, like, someone was like, oh, I'm going to pray for you about this. They're like, tell me what's happening. I was like, I'm getting hacked. And they're like, oh, I get hacked sometimes when people call me from a telemarketer on the phone. It's like, no, that's not what's happening to me. My stream is getting taken down.
Let's get this started.
So I think that people just don't...
what is the cost of the DDoSing to us? We've lost thousands of dollars. I
don't want to tell anyone what it costs because people, then that makes them feel happy.
No, I mean, actually, it should make them feel worried because we can prove it in court.
Yeah, I mean, I can prove damages.
Yeah, we can prove financial damages as well as reputation damages. Yes. So it's been bad. It's been 4 years of nightmare, off and on. So yeah.
Can't wait to see what the markets thought of that.
Yeah, I know. 20 months for you, Adam? My gosh, that's
Thank you,
crazy.
Adam.
We've only had to deal with it with like 8 months. 8 months. And what I'm amazed about is, like, when I told the people, like, stop coming to our door and stop calling us, then they call you even more. And it's like, I'm not telling you who I'm voting for because it's none of your gosh darn business. And two, it's like, I'm not comfortable with you coming to my house and, you know, trying to get me to vote for whatever candidate you want me to vote for. It's like, this is borderline insanity. It really is.
Leaving stuff on people's cars, throwing pamphlets all over people's porches, coming late at night and jamming pamphlets under people's doors.
Let's get this
started. It is getting crazy. Like, I cannot wait till after tomorrow because I'm just literally, this is too much. Like, I have 32 messages from political organizations on my phone.
Too much.
And I have not answered a single one of them. I don't intend to. I'm just angry that people are bothering me. I
think the scariest thing about all of this is how, like, everybody thinks that you have so much freedom in this country, but literally the government can tell if you vote or you do not. And they also know who you voted for.
Yeah,
all
like,
that's supposed to be private.
How how should the government even know that? Like, I don't think that it should be the government keeping track of that. Like, why does it, like, I mean, maybe they have to do it, but and I also find these ads creepy that are like, they're like, you know, election day is coming up, and they're like, your vote, you know, like, your family and friends can't look up who you voted for, but they'll know if you did or not.
That's horrifying.
Why
Yeah.
would my family and friends be looking that up unless they were insane? Like,
Yeah.
why would you look up and see if somebody, what's it to you? And also, why is it public knowledge if you voted or not?
Yeah.
Honestly, that's crazy. It should not be public knowledge if you voted or not.
I don't remember it outside of like
that's crazy. Like, why?
when I first voted in 2000, like I never received like and I didn't register as either, you know, whatever denomination or political party. But even up until 2008, I never received this many phone calls, and I never had emails saying, oh, we noticed that you voted for this candidate last time. Like, none of that stuff happened until, like, 2016, 2020, where a lot of this stuff just started to happen, where they can tell what you're doing. And to me, that's the most terrifying thing in the world. It's like, how do you have this information? This is supposed to be private information. It's like, maybe I voted for this side, maybe I voted for that side, but, you know, you're not supposed to have a record of that kind of stuff, because that takes away my freedom to be able to choose who I want. You know, and then it becomes like a clubhouse thing. It's like, what clubhouse are you voting for? This clubhouse or that one? And it's like, so that's the biggest eye-opener that I would bring up to people is like, how do you have this information? And this is kind of like harassment. This is spooky. It really is. It's like, what are you doing? And what are you going to use with that information? Are you going to, like, do stuff to my taxes if I vote for so-and-so? Or what type of penalties is going to happen because you have this list?
Yeah, and you don't even know what I'm gonna say right now. I'm just gonna let you know that I'm not gonna say anything weird, but I know I'm not gonna say anything on one side or the other. But I did notice Usher was on like a TV program.
Usher, the artist?
Yeah, the musician, and I don't really go to Usher concerts at all, but he was asked directly, like, who he was voting for, and he sat there and he said that he felt it was a private decision, and that he wasn't going to talk about it because he felt that it was something you do privately.
Yeah.
And you're not supposed to really talk about it in public, like, a lot in front of people, because it's a personal decision, so it's your own decision. You decide at the polls, so you shouldn't really be talking about it a lot in front of people. And I was like,
that's a sensible answer.
And it's like, oh my gosh, thank you. It's
Good
like,
on him.
Why? And then everyone was just silenced because they were getting ready to see who he said, and he just said, I'm choosing choice C. I'm not going to pick a side right now on this TV program because please don't ask me. It's personal.
I mean, that's a normal reaction though.
Right.
Like, you shouldn't have to be pressured to tell people things, because it's like, it's taking that person into the voting booth with you.
Right. You shouldn't have anyone in there with you. You shouldn't. It's really personal, so it's just very stressful that people make it like this.
Yep. But yeah, today's just been a really weird day. I just hope that tomorrow everything like just stops, but I have a feeling like, I don't know. I just have a bad feeling about tomorrow. I think that somehow...
we won't be able to have the internet working because of our thing.
Yeah, we have a lot of people in this area, so it's probably... Our bandwidth is going to be terrible tomorrow, because last year, like our bandwidth... Or not last year, 4 years ago, our bandwidth was terrible for like 2 days. Because like everyone in this complex was like watching, you know, the news for like 12 hours straight or whatever. Or longer. So that's probably going to happen tomorrow, or at least like, I mean, it won't be a DDoS attack, but definitely you'll see like a lot of lag and stuff. And there's nothing we could do about that, because, you know, our internet is like in this area with like hundreds of people that live in this area. So we just because there are a lot of old people that live in this area, so there's gonna be people glued to their TVs for like 2 days. Their internet's gonna go like probably. Which sucks, but I mean, that's the bad thing about a streamer, is when there's like something big on television, and like everyone in your region is watching, then it's going to impact your internet. So I don't like that, but there's nothing I can do about it. Like, no matter what type of internet connection we have or whatever, it's still going to be impacted by people using the bandwidth.
Morning. I've talked to Luke and if you feel but just 3 days, Wednesday night through Friday after Thanksgiving would not be enough time. We could try to, for the possibility of bringing you up another time. And
yeah, whatever works for him. Like, I mean, we had him before.
Right, but then oh yeah, I'm gonna have to get another job just to bring family up. I'm gonna have to get an Uber job. I'm gonna have to do DoorDash or something.
Sorry.
No, I'm Luke. Your family always
Drives?
No. Your family is always willing to visit and even have a place for us to stay. So,
Well, before Grandma got sick.
but I'm saying it's not that with my family.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I should write. Well, maybe maybe I could crash at your place for 3 days.
Ah,
Like, I don't understand what he understands, like how that would be. What if I crashed at his? What if Luke and I crashed at his place for 3 days? Maybe we could stay at your place for 3 days. I don't understand why.
a trade-off.
Why is it a double standard? Why? Why am I'm only 4 years older than, and I'm expected so much more.
Also, even if you're the older sister, like, you should still be treated like their sister.
I'm not. I'm treated like a mother. That's what I'm treated like.
Yeah, that shouldn't be the case because, I mean,
Right.
you are, like...
That's the horrible part about it.
I'm sorry.
Just talk to like if
But, you're doing really good with the
we
holiday stuff. I'm
could
very proud of
focus
you.
on just
Usually the holiday stress is, like, getting to you by now. I'm very proud of
bringing
you.
Dad up for Thanksgiving.
This dude's
this
not giving
year.
me a golden drumstick at all. Alright, so we're gonna get Clark Kent
We
now.
could bring you up another time in the spring or fall.
Bah! Alright, I'm gonna bring Clark Kent in. So guys, the only way you can get Clark, or at least the only way I can get Clark, is I have to spend some moolah. So... Amber's like, ah! So, yeah, I gotta pull the trigger.
Sometime.
Gotta pull the trigger! Pay no... yeah, don't pay attention to
You
the
want
stuff behind the
an
curtain.
extra day. I'm
Did
gonna
I-
say, because there's no way I could do more than 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I don't understand that. I explained. I said it's quality over quantity because it would mean the world to my aunt to see you both for
Of course it was,
Thanksgiving.
because your aunt doesn't get to see
And
people very
I
much.
said this might be one of the last times we can see her because Luke and I might not live in Pennsylvania in a few years.
In a few years. And, I mean, we'll be here next year, but yeah, in a few years. Alright, guys, time for Clark Kent. Putting in the time code for Mr. Clark Kent.
And I did say, like I said, well, I said we could do it just a couple days for this. I said it's baby steps, you know. This is what I can do now. Maybe if it works out really well and everyone wanted to stay longer, then we can figure out if that's possible. But I said for right now it has to be because I don't, you know,
Ouch. Alright, guys, here we go. We have it. So, Clark Kent, Superman. Take a picture again. Pull the trigger! We are not getting Harley. We can't. But we got Superman. There you go, Amber. Clark Kent. Only cost us $9, basically. Sort of. Very expensive $9.
how was it $9?
Well, we spent $9 last week. Toward 2 Halloween cookies. So it was 10. No, it was 20. It was 20 in total. Because you were only allowed 6 chances to buy the Halloween cookies, like in game with the Halloween cookies thing to get the candies, And then they will allow you up to 12 times to purchase the candies for 13 days. So each time you purchase a candy, it's like 2 candies is $9. So $9 times 12 is a lot. So in order to do Harley Quinn, you would have to spend about $40. So it'd be $100 in total that would have been spent for all these characters, which is insane.
Alright, let's see.
It's absolutely insane. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's Superman. Not you, the other one. Clark Kent. Because, oh, it doesn't say, why does it not say elusive? Only, wait. Yeah, there it is. I was going to say it's broken. Weird. Weird. Where were we again? We're in the Powerpuff Girls stuff. Are we over here? Where are we? Oh. Aw, thank you, Justo Kenobi.
Thank you, Justo.
Kwings, happy gaming. Hopefully this pays for Clark. Thank you for the $10.
Oh, thank you, Justo. Very kind.
Yes,
Thank
you did
so
pay for
much.
Clark Kent. Thank you. We appreciate that. And thank you for the gifted membership today as well. You're breathtaking. All right, so we're over here with Clark Kent.
What would you say if it's not enough days to come down to
Oh, you have to
rent
still play.
for it to be worth it?
Why can't we get Harley? Harley would cost $50. I mean, I'm not a huge Harley fan. I don't even play as the character. I play with Superman and Batman, so at least I can get some of my investment back by, like, you know, doing a Superman stream or something, you know? Or Amber and I can do versus videos and try to make, like, $5 back at a time. Harley Quinn, I mean, we're going to have to pay $50 for her. And also, what else? Besides that, we have to purchase the Mario game. We have to get Metal Slug, because the company is not giving us a review code, so we have to purchase it. So that's going to be $50 just for the game. So you're looking at, like, just this week alone, it's $100 for the 2 games that we're going to be covering. So, now back in the day, Amber and I used to make back the cost of a game in 1 live stream or, like, 1 video. That doesn't happen anymore. A series pays itself back after the first 4 episodes, sometimes. If we bought the Arkham VR thing and it wasn't provided to us, like, we still wouldn't have paid that system back yet. We haven't even paid the game back. So, you know, it's YouTube is a completely different thing now. The ad revenue is pretty much gone. The only thing that YouTubers really have is their audience, like giving super chats and becoming members, because YouTube, they're kind of incompetent when it comes to ad sales. They don't know how to do it. So this time of year is the fall. It should be like a high revenue month, because it's literally, we're in November and we're making less than we did before the pandemic, like for the month of November, which is unheard of, because this is the time where YouTube's job is supposed to be go speak to advertisers and say, hey, we're going to be doing all this business, like billions in views or whatever, over the next 4 or 5 months, 4 months, and we want to have your advertisements, but they don't do that anymore. So they're slowly becoming Twitch, basically, and Twitch survives based on essentially like Patreon stuff. Like, if you think about it, Twitch is like a live Patreon. Like, you get donations from your members or bits or whatever, and then you have people pay to be subscribers. That's essentially the same thing of what a YouTube membership is. People are financially supporting. So every YouTube channel, in a sense, is becoming a public broadcasting station, like PBS. Like, they're around today because of viewers like you. Like people like H.M. Gallback and William and Max and Keith. you know?
Oh,
If it wasn't for the Williams and
Luke.
Miss Deanna and all these other people, I mean, you wouldn't have the channel around anymore. Yes?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to talk about it.
Yes?
Just I don't remember when it was, but sometime I don't know if I should tell you off camera, but somebody was just spamming like really bad language in the chat yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept timing them out over and over again.
Yeah, so? It's within your right. You're the channel owner, so what's the problem?
So
F-bombs are not allowed. What's the
Right.
problem?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do because they're just, you know.
They're back?
Yeah, they just wrote a comment where they were upset that they were timed out, and they said they were just mentioning the name of
It doesn't matter.
an immoral movie, and
Right.
it's like,
it doesn't.
well,
It doesn't matter.
you can't say the name
If
in the chat, though.
Okay, let me explain. If you are quoting a movie that has an F-bomb in it, you can't quote the movie with the F-bomb. You have to remove the F-bomb when you do a quote. It doesn't matter if it's not the right quote. If the name of the episode has expletives in it, you cannot say it. It is our channel. It is our rule. It is our right. If you cross us and you fight us over that censorship, then we have to remove you. Do we want to ban you? No, but you need to follow our rules. So we have a strict policy to keep this channel brand friendly, which is advertiser friendly. No F-bombs. No raunchy language, no F-bombs, no ifs, ands, or buts. Like, we will remove and deal with the person. If you continue to cause problems, then you will be banned based on your actions. That's what we do on this channel. If you harass people, if you swear at people, if you try to challenge our authority, you will get banned. That's how we roll. It's pretty straightforward. We're very easygoing here, as long as you don't cross us. Complete the course with 5 or more. What? Balls left? Oh, this is golf. Oh, why am I doing this? Why? Why am I doing golf?
Yeah. So if they keep doing it, like, and they come back and keep doing it, I don't know.
I told the person on Twitter. I said, you were timed out because you used an F-bomb. Don't use F-bomb. If they're challenging it again.
Yeah, they are.
Right.
And that's why I'm starting to think like I should, like, they're on the edge with me right now because they're not sorry and they just keep bothering me. Like, they bothered me so much about it that I had to, like, time them out for a day because they kept doing, every time they came back in the chat, they did it again. So it's like, usually normal people, I would have banned them, but because they're I don't understand why a longtime viewer
Look, it says right there. I said, don't use F-bombs. We will block people for that. And they said, okay. So,
then I don't
no
know
problem.
I don't know why they're acting weird with me. They listen to you more than me.
I mean, that's what, I just laid down the law again. And everybody heard it. Like, my rules are very easy to get along with.
People don't want to see every half hour somebody coming in and saying that.
Right.
So eventually I'm going to have to ban them if they keep coming back every time they're timed out and saying it again. I will have to ban them because it's bothersome that they won't learn from what they were told not to do.
But also YouTube will step in because YouTube doesn't like F-bombs either. F-bombs are bad for business.
Yeah, and what was really stressful to me was...
thank you, Spicy Peppa, for the super chat.
Thank you, Robin. Thank you,
very
Spicy
nice.
Peppa.
Thank you.
What was stressful to me, I don't even know what stream this was on, but what was stressful to me was people were repeating them in the chat. Like, other people were starting to repeat the word.
Okay, yeah, let's not do that.
It was getting very stressful to me. Like, I couldn't... It was getting...
And this was on one of your streams?
It was something you were streaming and I was banning the chat. I don't even know what it was.
Oh, darn it.
It was very annoying.
I hate golf!
I think it was Castlevania or it was something after...
On the Castlevania stream?
It was something that happened after Batman. It was late at night.
It was... Okay, late night stream. I don't like golf. I don't like golf. At work. Thank you, Spicy Peppa. I hope you have a wonderful day at work and that you enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you for your contribution. It really helps out a lot. All right, guys, we're almost at an hour and we're still at under 100 likes. all tongue-tied today. Yeah, because I was yelling at political people.
Oh,
Blah.
babe.
Golf. Golf.
Man, it's...
The golf time code. Alright. Are we anywhere closer? No! It's still 80,000! How is this freaking possible? Excuse me.
Also, we could possibly...
Huh?
Bring...
Oh, you're still texting.
I just want to say the correct thing.
What does that bring? Why does it have missing?
You up another time in this
Missing,
thing
missing,
also.
missing, miss.
That would be a better time.
Thanks for renewing, Joseph. Hopefully you're feeling better, buddy. Silence the opponent. What does that even mean? Who has silence ability? Hey guys, who has the silence ability? Anybody remember who has the silence ability? Like there's a character that uses silence. Oh wait, no, I know. Never mind. It's this guy. This guy uses silent. Use silent at least once. Okay. It's this dude. Yep, how you guys doing? Hopefully you guys having a happy, fun night. You got good news today? Awesome, Joseph. That's an answer to prayer, buddy. Good.
I'm so glad, Joseph. We've been keeping you in our thoughts and prayers, and we've been praying for you.
I got you on a prayer chain as soon as you told me about that oxygen
I'm
thing.
afraid this is the end.
Poor Joseph.
That's gotta suck. Did it work? Did that count as silent? Oops.
Well, no. Yeah.
I don't think that worked.
No, Luke.
Oh.
No, Joseph, you and Luke both have stuff you guys have to deal with.
That's
Luke has
all?
his bum foot, and you have your oxygen thing.
No, I'd say the oxygen thing is worse.
Yeah, it must be terrible.
I fall down every once in a while, but like not being able to breathe, that's terrible. The only time I experienced that is when I had severe panic attacks and I had to have an oxygen machine stuffed down my throat, and that was not fun. Never fun having a machine breathe for you. Never want to do that again if I can avoid it. Where are we going? Bring out the enemy with the bottom of the blast zone. Ew. Can't do that with Batman. Nope. That ain't happening. What about this? Win the match with a villainous character. Can't do that either. Nope. What are we gonna do? Are they gonna have another rift? They have to have another rift because this doesn't make any sense. There's not enough. 97 out of 100, 91 out of 100. How many did... Oh, okay, I missed a lot with the... okay. Hi, Keith. Thanks for the super chat. Ring out the enemy with a projectile. Joker? This ought to do it, right? Animated Joker, because reasons. Awesome! Well, congratulations on your liver transplant, buddy. I hope the surgery goes well.
Oh my god.
When is that happening? Like, are you gonna be going, like, under the knife soon, or are you, like, a couple months? Like, how soon are they getting you in? If you don't mind a personal question.
Righto! Here's the plan. We fight.
Ow. How do we do the, thing again? Like this? Oops. No, that's not it. There it is! That's the projectile.
I need to remember that move for the future.
Ha ha ha! That better work. Oh, come on! That was a freaking projectile!
Pleasure was all mine.
What's your problem? They're still planning it out? Okay. Right, keep us posted if you want.
Let's get this started.
Ready when you
There's just 4 rifts? I mean, how am I gonna do 100,000 points with only 4 rifts? That doesn't... The math doesn't add up. I might not be able to do the Halloween thingy. I literally used a projectile on your face. It's broken. Projectile is straight up broken, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Does not work. Does not work. Receive 3 hits while armored? I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to armor myself. Block a projectile. Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman. Yeah. Block a projectile with my shield. 55. Lock. Yeah. That is indeed the final rift. Season 4 starts next week. Ugh. That's not good, JD. How did you unlock, JD? How in the world did you unlock the Halloween insanity thing? Like, what exactly happened?
Athena, guide my blade.
Bum 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 bum. Alright, throw... Wait, I don't have a shield anymore? Wait, where's my shield? Oh, that's how I do that. Okay, that was funny. That wasn't right, though. Throw a batarang at me, freak.
Get over here.
Nuts. Throw it again. Throw it, throw it, throw it, throw it. Throw it. Throw it.
What's this?
Wow.
Okay.
Oops.
Match point for blue team.
Not a chance.
He's not throwing the batarang. Gotta do it again, because he didn't throw it. Nope, he didn't throw it.
Time for some celebration. Who has the meat?
Let's get this started.
Yeah, I mean, you can invite me into your game then, JD, if you want. I can just do that and play Clark Kent in your thing, if you don't mind.
Sword, check. Shield, check.
I would be down for that, because I'll never be able to unlock it. I thought I could, but I don't think I'll be able to. I got up to 80,000. That's the best I could do.
I've still got work to do.
Ah, winning. Come on, bats. Cosmic bats.
Personal.
Oops. Throw your batarang, freak. Throw it, 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 throw it! Did I block it?
Point for blue team.
Did that block? I block his attack? No.
I could do this all night.
Probably have to do that again. Oh, I did it! There we go. Look at that. Bum.
My dream of a better
Ha
world
ha
doesn't...
ha! Winning, 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 winning. Reflect a projectile? I don't know how to do that. Also Wonder Woman? You could get extra gem XP from daily missions and daily rift rewards. You might not have enough of those. Yeah, that could be true. Yeah. Do you just want to invite me into your game? Can you do that or no? Like, how do I get invited into your rift, JD? Are you available or no?
It's like, I don't think people realize that if I drove, if I took a plane to see my family, I would have to spend $300 on a rental car.
Yeah, you would.
So, or I guess I could get a taxi to their house.
Okay, thank you, JD.
So
Well, the thing is, like,
it's not. It's easier for me. I don't have any place to stay if I visit.
no, and
So like this is I'm providing a place to stay and also other things.
I mean, not to be selfish or anything, but we exhausted our resources to
Right.
have you down with your mom, like
Right, I know that, Luke.
3 or
That's
4 different
why
times.
this is
And
very
then
stressful for
and
me.
then I'm just saying this because I don't like this, but when I was worried about you and you had to fly down, they made a big stink
They
about
didn't
picking you
even
up at the
say they could
airport.
pick me up.
Right, I did not like that.
Right. I just talked to Luke and would not be enough time to make it down. Worth it. Would not be enough time to make it worth it to take days off of work for you to come down. I'm gonna write this. I think I should just invite my dad.
Yeah, I think your dad. Careful with his little head.
I just wrote maybe I should just not have my brother up at all. I don't think he should come up at all. So.
I mean, it's more money, and also apparently he wants to stay longer than we can really have that happen. So
I could talk. I'll just say I could talk to Aunt Jody. Maybe you could stay with her another 2 days because we would have to go back to work after Friday. I just talked to Luke, and if 3 days, Wednesday to Friday after Thanksgiving, but that's just normal. After Thanksgiving would not be enough time for you to make it. He wrote to make it worth it to come down. That was his words. Like, I'm not worth it to come down to see me. He would rather see me 0 days than 1. Would not make it enough time. Luke, I did not mean to make you upset.
oh, I'm not upset. How am
What
I?
are you doing?
Oh, I'm just checking my Twitter while I'm waiting to get my invite so I can play online.
Would not make it enough time. Would not be enough time. Enough time for you to make it worth it to come down. That is why we were offering to pay the plane ticket so it would not be in a position.
K-Wing reviews.
To pay the plane so it would be less of an imposition. Why don't I go like this? Thanks for the nice phone call. I just talked to Luke, and if 3 days, Wednesday to Friday, would not be enough time for you to be able to come down. We can just focus on bringing Dad down. And we can save that money.
Whoa! People want to see Harley? I mean, you gave the super chat. I guess I don't have choice, but I need to wait at least till I get paid on the 5th, because I don't have that in my digital bank account. JD, how do I join your game?
So I wrote,
Yes.
thank you for the nice call. I just talked to Luke, and if 3 days, Wednesday to Friday, would not be enough time.
Oh, thank you, Spicy. Appreciate that. You guys are being really nice to us tonight.
For you to be able to come down for Thanksgiving. I certainly would rather see you 3 days than not at all.
What the heck? What type of unhinged behavior is this?
What?
I mean, for one, this person can't speak English, but saying how you, I don't know. This is bizarre stuff. Like, I keep wanting to give this person the benefit of the doubt, but they're crazy.
I think we should ban them. Is this the lattes?
This is, I mean, you can read it yourself.
I'm gonna ban them.
It's absolutely insane.
Were they listening to our stream?
No, they're still responding to Twitter stuff that I said. I said stuff very matter of fact.
I certainly personally would rather see you a few days.
Thank you very much, guys. Yeah, I'll do the Harley skin, and then we'll do Harley at a later time. Is that okay? Because I don't have anything in my digital account until tomorrow. Because we get paid on Patreon tomorrow.
I'm just gonna write. I don't know when we will have the possibility of financially.
Stay behind me. Trust me.
Yeah. And JD, thank you for taking us into your game so we can do the insane thing.
All aboard.
Match point for blue team.
Time to use a little strategy.
Oh, right, now I'm stuck in a bubble.
Said I had a hard head.
You're my monster. That fuse is lit.
Success. Where's Superman when you need him?
He's like, "What do you get, Will? I just don't know. I've been never had time."
I'm sure Lois would be
But
very
I don't
happy
have
about
time.
this.
I work a lot. I have my own business.
Yeah.
I certainly would love to see you, and so would Luke.
Oh, I don't think I put the appropriate gems on there. I'm sorry, I didn't really help out with that.
But if it's just Dad,
Whatever you want to do, JD.
able to make it, we'd be happy with that too. I mean, I threw it out there.
Let's get this started.
This is just like your mom. I invited her over, and she never wanted to come by. And then she acted like she was missing me. I'd be happy to.
I'm warning you, I won't take it easy on you.
Do I have the right gems equipped? Oh. Sorry about that, JD. I am the weakest link right now. gosh. Clark Kent's in trouble.
Point for red team.
Oh man, I'm a dead every days like this.
Whoa. There goes one Jason.
Match point for blue team.
Oops. Whoa, 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 whoa.
That's the banana guard.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
You lose.
Whoops.
Thank you for the nice phone call. I just talked to Luke, and in 3 days, Wednesday to Friday, would not be enough time for you to be able to come down for Thanksgiving.
So let me equip my gems.
I
Okay, there we go.
certainly would love to see you, and so would Luke. But if it's just Dad is able to make it, we'd be happy to see him for Thanksgiving.
Let's get this started.
I'd be looking forward to seeing you in July.
I'm warning you, I won't take it easy on you.
There we go.
Match point for blue team.
I feel like I'm helping JD a little bit better now. Maybe. Nicely done, JD.
Success. Match.
Another victory for investigative journalism.
Visiting times.
Interesting. All right.
I'm going to say something to them. I'm going to give them a warning on Twitter, and then I'm going to ban them.
No, I'm not even talking about that person. Somebody said something that made a lot of sense that I'm gonna have to look into. I didn't even realize that.
I was certainly willing to see in if it's just Dad is able to make it. I'd be happy to see you. I'd be happy to see.
Oh, my gems are weak. That's also part of the
Let's get this
problem.
started.
Oh, Sharon, that's just a troll account. He's harmless. That's
Trust me.
the mods are aware of him. He's fine. He just, I don't know, he likes to troll us with that account. He's not a... No, it's Osama. Yeah, see, Amber's laughing.
He doesn't say anything inappropriate.
No, he doesn't do anything inappropriate. He's just a weird troll.
He's just being. He's not.
He's...
Like, he's never argued with anyone in the chat. He's never.
No.
He's just remaining in character, and he just has fun with it.
Yeah.
Obviously, that person. I'm not trying to be offensive to Caveman, but we're pretty sure that person did die, so there's nothing he can do to harm us at this point.
Yeah.
It would be basically like if somebody made it an account of It the Clown, it's the same level of...
No, don't. I prefer it be Caveman than It the Clown, personally. I don't want Caveman to come back as It and troll us. That would be too much. Based on how I don't like clowns.
Come down, I certainly will see you then. And so would your aunt. But if it's just Dad, it's just Dad is able to.
Not in success.
I'd be happy to see you.
Well, guys, wait till I tell my pal Superman about all this.
In July
Halloween event.
at Uncle John's.
Oh, I was supposed to do more. Oh, whatever. One. So just leave it like that.
Should I say it would make you? Should I say it would make you happy to see him? Or
Yeah, of course. Whatever.
I wrote. Okay, let me see. Thank you for the nice phone call. I just talked to Luke, and if 3 days, Wednesday to Friday, would not be enough time for you to come down Thanksgiving to see us.
Amber's on the phone with her brother. She'll be back.
I certainly would love to see
Let's get this started.
Whoops. How am I supposed to get up there?
Out of time.
Out of time.
Don't think anyone suspects a thing.
I know I would certainly love to see you. And I know your aunt, Luke, and your aunt Jody would love to see you.
No, it's Sharon. It's not a sus account. It's a troll account. He's been on the channel for years using that. And he might even have some other weird accounts, but it's harmless.
It's a joke. He's just joking because
It's a joke account.
because there's a difference between people that actually I'm not even allowed to say it, but I've had people
Let's get this started.
in the past tell me that I should actually wear a BURKA and that I need to be scrubbing the floor and that I shouldn't speak. And there are real people that really think that about women, and
Hope Lois is watching
this is
right
a
now.
joke account. It's not obviously not the person in the account, and they if this person wasn't joking around, why would they say I respect Amber even though she doesn't wear a BURKA? It's a really funny joke.
It's a parody account.
It's a joke. It's a joke. It's not real.
Yeah.
Because a real person that feels that women are worthless would never say they respect me. Ever. Because I am a woman. And real people that feel that think women are garbage and slaves. And that's not what this person thinks. It's a joke account. They don't It's a joke. It's actually good to joke about stuff like that because it makes it life is easier when you can laugh about it. If you can't laugh about anything and every single thing makes you offended, then you've lost at life. Now you have no way to get any levity in life. You need to be able to laugh about things like that. Like, you have to.
Ooh, I'm a beautiful Steve.
It's up to you, honey. I mean, I got the stream.
Ring a ding ding.
Glad that little scuffle is over.
Hit with 3 side specials. Well, that didn't work. Hey! We're earning stuff. Thank you very much, JD. Appreciate that, buddy. Alright, let's continue.
I can always plan to see you at Uncle John's.
Hello.
Let's get this started.
This is one of the few times we have. Few times we have at the moment.
Ugh. Better roll up my sleeves.
Oh, shoot! Oh, that video is probably getting demonetized.
What? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This is one of the few times we have to take 3 days for family. And we don't know when we'll have another time like this again.
Oh, wow. It's like, it played like 5 seconds of the song. I'm thinking, uh-oh. Da, 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 da. Oh, freeze an opponent. I'm sorry. I should be doing that. I gotta... Ah! So because of your guys' generous super chat, we will be unlocking Harley, but it won't be today. I have to wait till I get paid tomorrow. But we'll definitely do it, and there will be a Multiversus stream dedicated to the Harley Quinn elusive skin. So you guys are pretty amazing. It was very kind of both Justo Kenobi and Spicy Pepper for contributing toward that. That's awesome. You guys didn't need to do that. I mean, Harley Quinn would probably be back in like 8 months or something like that. But yep. Give the community what they want, right? Whoops.
Also, it's like we're paying for it, so if he was gonna pay for it, I would be like, if you had more time off, I could talk to Aunt Jody if you would be able to stay at her place after Friday, and I could drive you back.
Yeah, that you could be willing to do that.
Thank you for the nice phone call. I just talked to Luke, and if 3 days, Wednesday to Friday, would not be enough time for you to be able to make it down.
Boink.
I can always plan to see you at Uncle John's in the summer. It's one of the few times we have to take 3 days off for family, and we don't know when we'll have another time like this again. Unfortunately, our complex has new rules about how many days we can have family over, so I did not know if we could have you and Dad past Friday evening at the latest. But if you wanted to stay one more day, I could ask Aunt Jody if you could stay at her house for another day.
Oh, you apologized? Okay, whatever, sure. Alright.
Who apologized?
That person who was realized that they're saying stupid stuff, like some people called them out, so yeah.
Who did?
Yeah, no problem. Sure, I forgive you.
Latias? I still want to ban them.
Yeah.
I don't. That's not an apology. They said they were gonna start sending stuff to our streams.
No,
Our haters.
they never said that.
Yes, they did.
I didn't see that. You can go through the tweet yourself.
If Joe thinks I can always plan to see you at Uncle John's. This is one of the few times we will have to take 3 days for family, and we don't know when we'll have another time like this again. Unfortunately, our complex has had new rules about how many days we can have family over, so I do not know if we could have you and Dad pass Friday evening at the latest. If you wanted to try to take off Wednesday.
Man, the internet is still talking about the Mario thing like so much. It's kind of it's always nice when gamers like are united under one banner when it comes to something that they care about. Like people are so mad about what IGN did to Mario. It's funny. Even people that don't normally get along like are talking about the whole Mario thing. Like IGN is just like completely like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I love gamers so much. They're fun. You guys are awesome. Sorry guys, I'm distracted. I'm on my phone quite a bit today. I'm on Twitter. I'm reading stuff on Twitter.
Are you protesting?
Bam. Oh, we're supposed to be collecting treasures. I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm attacking the wrong dude. Sorry, man. Sorry, JD. My bad.
Wish Jimmy was here to take a picture.
Yeah, it's so weird, like that, that someone would do that to the Mario game, though. It's weird. You know? Oh, I hate Election Days Alpha. You and me in the same boat. I'm not paying attention to it though. I'm not going to be watching the news or anything. I told my dad, who's got like heart-related stuff, I said you were not allowed to watch the news. I said go take mom to a movie or something, or like, cuz I don't want the stress is going to rile him up. And regardless of who wins, I don't want any family member talking about politics after tomorrow, because I hate politics. Because there's a lot that goes on with a family that you don't need politics to add to the kettle, you know? Because there's a lot of differences with your family members that can make things even worse, and politics is just going to pour gasoline on an already, like, kind of like, you know, simmering fire. You don't want it to turn into like a disaster, you know. So that's the one rule I've always had in my house is no politics, like at the dinner table. And I enforce that. Bam, bam, bam. Boom. Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid you've pushed me too far now.
Yeah, no. Falcon! Punch! Oh, he didn't die. Falcon! Dang it. And basically, Superman's punch is like Falcon Punch, if you guys didn't already know that. It's pretty similar to it. Hee.
This will make a heck of a scoop.
There's 193 other countries to move to. That's true. That's true. Yep. I think it'd be good for more people to travel, actually. I think it'd be good for people to see that, you know, there are other countries that deal with other things than just whatever America is worried about. I think it would be good for people in general, for their souls, to get culture from other countries, you know? Not many pumpkin cookies left. I still will be working when they're here. It's just.
I know, and I have to get back to work on Saturday.
That's cool, old school. You want to do that? Cool. Ah, wait, hang on. How are we doing in terms of? Oh.
So the Wednesday.
So I'm kind of happy today, guys. I found a box of Reese's Puffs that wasn't open. I busted up at a box of Reese's Puffs. Reese's Puffs, Reese's Puffs. Peanut butter chocolate flavor. Ow.
This is one of the few times we'll have to take 3 days off for family, and we don't know when. We'll have another time like this again in the future, in the near future. But we do have the possibility now.
I'm kind of bummed about something though, guys. The pantry to our our pantry, it's breaking. The little screw is coming undone, and it's gonna be a pain in the neck to open that door. And I can't fix it because, as Amber said, I'm not a handy person. So I was trying to fix it, but one of these days that thing is gonna come off the hinges.
And we are both happy to bring you and Dad down.
No! Go Banana Guard!
Unfortunately, our complex has new rules about how many days we can have family over, as they are under new management.
Do I like peanut butter? Yes. I like peanut butter. Kids don't know squat about cereal culture. Well, a part of that, old school, is because there aren't that many commercials for cereal anymore. Like, the only places that you can find cereal commercials, like, being completely honest, is, like, places like maybe Cartoon Network, Boomerang. I never see cereal ads on TV when I travel. You don't have as much advertising, so kids aren't really eating as much cereal anymore. They're not growing up with it. It's not a part of a balanced breakfast anymore. I don't know what kids eat nowadays, but it's not really cereal anymore. Like, I read somewhere that what's keeping the cereal market alive is people that remember cereal. Like, a lot of adults eat cereal. It's not just kids. Like, there's plenty of adults that still eat it. Like, cereal is still a booming industry, but a lot of that is because people who remember eating, like, certain types of cereal, they still buy it. I still buy it. I've been eating cereal for, like, a very long time. It's part of a balanced breakfast. They don't even say that on the box anymore. Like, on the box, there used to be, like, things about what you would eat cereal with. Like, bacon, eggs, juice. There's none of that anymore in the box. I've noticed that. Like, when's the last time you saw a cereal commercial that says it's part of a balanced breakfast? That was a 90s thing. You see, like, toast, egg, that kind of stuff.
Let's get this started.
Orange juice. Lucky Charms, they're part of a balanced breakfast.
Say I will have portables Saturday. Our business will be clients for the weekend.
Hello.
Is that okay?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's true in United Thrive. You don't see a lot of that anymore because, like, television in the 90s and 80s used to be targeted a lot to kids, like, especially from certain time frames. Like, from 7 in the morning until at least 11 in the morning, you would see commercials that would be targeting kids. Action figures, cereal, Lunchables, certain types of kids' clothing, videotapes, X-Men, now on video, Pizza Hut ads, all kinds of stuff. McDonald's commercials, abundance of McDonald's commercials. Nowadays, you don't really have a syndicated national cartoon stuff. Like, most cartoons are on cable. So when I was a kid, cartoons were, like, every Saturday on CBS, ABC, Fox, and CBS. Wait, hang on. NBC, CBS, NBC, ABC, Fox, UPN, and WB. Those were all the national syndicated channels that had cartoons. Like, every company from, like, 1980, like, CBS, ABC, NBC, like, until about from 1980 until, like, 1994, all those networks had cartoons. Like, weekday mornings, and then Saturday until at least, like, 11 o'clock. And then you would have, like, the court dramas or, like, whatever movie was going to play on something like that. But, like, there was a big focus on children's television. And I'm not just talking, like, PBS or preschool stuff. I'm talking, like, they actually were targeting kids the ages of, like, 5 through probably 10, 11. And then, whatever reason, by, like, 1996, the rumor is Cartoon Network put the national syndicated stations out of business. Like, their cartoon blocks were too expensive to keep going after Cartoon Network, like, hit the ground running. Like, Cartoon Network became this huge ratings giant by, like, 1996. So after that, the only places you would find cartoons would be, like, Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network, TBS, TNT on occasion. And then by, like, the early 2000s, the only places left doing cartoons on Saturday morning was Fox, the Fox Box, Jetix on ABC, and the WB. That was it. CBS stopped doing cartoon shows in 96. NBC stopped. So the only places you had left was Jetix, which was ABC, which was owned by Disney. You had Fox. And then on cable, you had Cartoon Network, Disney, and Nickelodeon. You know? That's just how it was. I mean, it's interesting to see how far we've come. I've noticed that without a lot of these cartoon shows raising these kids, we've kind of, like, the past couple generations have become thugs. Like, a lot of kids are, like, after they reach a certain age, they're very impressionable and they become very angry. Like, we've had a couple people leave our channel that they were sweet kids. As soon as they became teenagers, they became nightmares. Like, you know, because what happened was they would start hearing stuff in school and it would clash with the stuff that we've been teaching people for, like, 15 years. And so, because, you know, they're going to school and stuff like that. I've had kids email me when they became teenagers and, like, give me the rhetoric and stuff like that. And it's sad to see that they became monsters as soon as they went to high school, you know, because they were good kids. I remember a lot of them. A lot of our haters were good kids. They were, you know, sweet, kind, compassionate humans, and they turned into monsters. It was sad. That still hurts me to this point. It's like, I feel like, what could I have done to make those kids, like, still be normal, you know? Like, sometimes I think about, like, what could I have done better that, you know, they wouldn't have become, like, you know, little Judases. Like, what could I have done? And, you know, at the end of the day, there's nothing I can do because I'm just a voice on the internet. Like, I can't be responsible for anybody. That's up to the person. I did as best I could. I, you know, did as many moral lessons, but I'm not with that person once they're off the internet. You know, they're susceptible to however the world is. There's nothing I can do about that. And that sucks. It really does. Because I wish... I had this idea that I was going to grow up like all these generations of really good kids. Like to combat like the evils of the world or something like that. But it didn't happen. Some people stayed on the straight and narrow, but some people became completely bat guano crazy. And it's kind of like I'm embarrassed that they grew up with me. It's like, you know? Because, like, I didn't teach people that stuff.
I feel like I shouldn't say anything to my brother because I think whatever I say is going to influence him to the point where he's not going to...
Let's get this started.
They don't even have physical toys anymore either? Really? I mean, yeah, the whole tablet thing. Yeah, we played with physical toys. We went outside. There was a lot of building with Legos. Legos is still around. I'm sure a lot of people use Legos. Your game crashed? Oh, no. Sure, send the invite whenever you can. Why would we not have Superman on the front there? We need... Superman as a showcase today. We need... There he is.
I'll give it my best college try.
Best college try. I used to use that. I used to use that saying all the time. Gonna give it the old college try. Because that's a great saying, because it means, like, you're gonna do your best. That's from the World War II era, though. Give it the old college try. That's slang from, like, the 40s. 40 slang.
I mean, I could just be honest and be like, my dad doesn't have work to get back to, so he could probably stay longer because he'd probably be fine with us not being able to spend every day with him.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, though. Like, I literally have messages from some of these people that were our biggest fans, and then they turned into, like, the Joker. And it's like they're trying to rationale how they became the Joker, and I'm just like, look, you don't want to watch our content. You don't have to be forced to, but it's like, I mean, I really don't want to associate with you because, like, I'm willing to talk to you about certain stuff, but you see me as, like, your enemy, and, like, you know, your teachers say all this nasty stuff about me and stuff like that. And I'm willing to compromise and talk to you about things, you know, but where you're going with your way of thinking is you see people that disagree with you as someone you can't get along with, and I said that's wrong. Because there's going to be times in your life where you're going to run into someone who has a completely different way of thinking. Like, their ideology is different, their political opinions different, their morals are different than you, and you're going to have to work at the same job at with that person, so you're going to need to learn to get along. If you look for every single thing that you can't stand about that person, you know, you're going to make your life that much harder because probably you're going to get fired because you can't be a team player. And then what are you going to do? Make a TikTok video complaining how you were fired from your job because, you know, whatever reason? It's like you have to learn to get along with people. You're going to have a miserable life if you can't get along with people that you disagree with. And I mean, just speaking personally here, I have a lot of things that I don't agree with my parents, but I would never get to the point where I'd be like, okay, because you think this way, I'm never going to talk to you again. Like, that's where a lot of these, like, Gen Z kids are. And then they cry about it. They're like, so-and-so is responsible for breaking up my relationship with my father or mother. It's like, you're the one who broke up the relationship with your mother. You can't blame it on a boogeyman or a politician or a movie star. You're the one that made that choice. You said, I'm not going to spend time with my dad anymore because he has a different opinion than me. You're the one who's, like, basically, you know, getting rid of the anchor or, you know, running away from home in a sense. Like, it's no one else's fault but yours, but yet they have to put the blame on something else in order to justify what they're doing. They can't just be like, all right, I made this personal decision to cut this person out of my life. They never say that. They're like, so-and-so is responsible for this. And they're so broken up about it. But, you know, it's sad. There's no accountability anymore. Clark, go. I don't know. Our childhood in the 90s ruled? Yeah, it did. And the thing, I'm not like this big philosophical person. I'm just a person that believes in common sense.
Let's get this
like,
started.
that's it. Like, I grew up with being a rational thinker. You know? If something, like, goes past, like, common sense, then yeah, I'm gonna be against it. Because it doesn't make sense.
Ugh.
Whoa, why are we super big?
Match point for blue team. Success.
Well, guys, wait till I tell my pal Superman.
90s babies rule. I think it's because, like, 90s babies, we had a very interesting thing. Like, 80s and 90s kids, like, our parents weren't around a lot because our parents had to work. But at the same time, like, a lot of us weren't neglected because our parents worked. Like, we still had the parents in our lives, but also we had to fend for ourselves as well. So we had to learn to do things like cook and clean, you know, take our siblings to school, like, on the bus, and take responsibility for people younger than us at a very young age. But at the same time, it's not like we can relate to the baby boomers that their parents were completely, you know, isolated from their life or, like, too involved. It's like there was, like, a balance between parents worked, you saw your parents once in a while, and all this other stuff. And now you have, like, generations where their parents aren't involved at all, or their parents are involved too much. So it's like, you know, we got to learn differently than a lot of these other people because, like, we had to take responsibility for ourselves very early on.
Let's get this started.
I have terrible gems. I'm so sorry. I have horrible gems! It's over! Dun 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 dun. I just made JD's life so hard.
I'm warning you, I won't take it easy on you.
Tremble, Townsville, for Mojo Jojo has arrived. Mojo Jojo shall be your doom.
I will reshape reality.
I'm gonna die.
This is the ship.
Whoa!
Who's me? The one flying.
I made JD's life so hard. I'm so sorry.
Firing.
I can't help it all. I'm like... I'm like stones being thrown up against a tank. Like I am no match for anything. Like look at this. I'm not helping at all, really.
You could have been anything.
I'm useless. Ah!
I don't miss. Firing.
No. Because, yeah, I mean, my grandparents basically helped raise me because my parents worked all the time. But I saw my parents on the weekend, and I saw my parents when it was time for bed. But after school, it was, you know, I made myself a snack, or in the morning, like, my parents went to work, and I had to take a bus. You know, everybody would see each other off at 6 in the morning, and off to school you went. That was normal. That is amazing that you were able to pull that off, JD. That is impressive, guy. Super impressive. Like, not gonna lie, that's pretty impressive. You don't watch cereal ads when you travel, old school? I mean, I don't see any cereal ads when I travel. I just remember I love cereal, so when I go to, like, a Holiday Inn Express, I have cereal for breakfast with, like, orange juice and some scrambled eggs, some toast, some bacon, and, you know, if I'm feeling bold, maybe the sausage that they serve there. Sausage patties and their waffle stuff that's just kind of... Yep, the Mario game is 80% on Metacritic, Sharon. That's a good score. That's a very good score. Nothing wrong with that. And you have more review scores that are going to be piling in, because the thing is, what people don't understand about video games in the West is, like, video games is a worldwide thing. It's not you can't base Western games on just Western beliefs. Like, if they were really, what's the word I'm looking for? If they were really diverse and trying to do diversified things or whatever, then they would be trying to be respectful of all cultures instead of trying to ham-fist ideology from our country, which is not fully accepted, by the way, to the rest of the world that doesn't give a rat's tail about any of that stuff, and they just want to play a cool game. So you are forcing your beliefs and your ideology on millions of people around the world that also play your games and buy your games. So if they were really in that mindset that we need to be more respectful and cultural-based and diverse, then they'd be respective of the people that are, overseas that are buying their products. And they don't care about those people. And those people really are from, like, diverse nations and things like that. Places like Africa and India and China and all the other stuff. They say, essentially, screw you, we're going to do whatever we want to these games. And then when these people complain, these game developers make fun of people overseas. And that's a whole nother can of worms. I'm just saying. So, like, some of this weird stuff that they're pushing in Western games, if they really cared about other countries, they wouldn't be doing that. Because other countries cut that stuff out anyway.
Jimmy!
So, when I was a kid, video games was very isolated to just, like, Western countries and Japan. Wasn't even in China. Did you know that video games were not allowed in China in the 90s? They had to have bootleg games. It wasn't until the 2000s that more countries started to allow video games to come into their culture and allow their young people to play video games. So now, like, video games is a worldwide thing. You can't just, like, force people to do whatever America says about their games, because you have so many other companies that aren't even in America that are making stuff. Like, the Arkham Shadow game was partially made in America, Japan, and some other European country. Like, it was a whole, like, group of people from all over the world that made that game. Aside from the writer, wherever he is. I don't know where the writer is. I think he's in Japan. I don't remember. But it's just really weird that people in America, like these activists, think that they can do whatever they want to all these other countries. It's like, isn't that, like, basically, aren't you trying to colonize? You accuse people of colonizing, blah, 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 but aren't you doing the same thing? Because I've heard from people from the Philippines and India. I've heard from people from Africa and South America and Germany and all these other places that are not cool with, like, things like Concord and Dragon Age and all this other stuff. It's just, it's interesting. It's like, do they pay attention to these voices? No, they tell them to shut up. It's funny. Well, China, I mean, the reason why they had strict laws against video games in the 90s is they thought it would rot the youth. They would... In China, people are expected to do a lot of stuff. So they thought that video games would be something that would corrupt the youth of China. And family is a big thing in China. Like, and also most Asian countries, the family unit is very, very important. Like, the hierarchy of respect and all this other stuff is super important. So when video games finally started to trickle into China, a lot of them were bootlegs. Like, they didn't actually have a Nintendo system. They had to make their own makeshift system that played both Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo games. It was, they were kind of the originators of ROMs, if you think about it, because they made these systems that could play both. And then they would import the systems and all this other stuff. So you would have, like, things like the Famicom, or you would have variations of the Nintendo Entertainment System coming out as late as, like, 1995 or 1996 over in China. And then I think it was, like, in the early 2000s, then PlayStation and some other stuff would finally make their way over. It wasn't until the Wii came out in 2006 that Nintendo signed off on, I believe, it was either the Wii or the Wii U. It was one of those systems that China officially allowed Nintendo to come into their country and allow video games to be a part of, Chinese entertainment. Before, it was kind of like this almost like a legal thing that people who made ROMs and stuff made video game systems that could play these games. Which was, you know, it's kind of like spy versus spy type thing. It's very interesting, right? But now, I mean, if you go to China, like theoretically, if you went, you'll see things like PlayStation 5 is on sale, and Switch, and Xbox, and stuff like that. But for years, that stuff wasn't allowed.
Ugh. Better roll up my sleeves.
Whoop. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ow. Is that an email, honey, or a text?
Match point for blue team.
I'm actually helping now. Oh, never mind. I was helping. Bam. Nope, never mind. I didn't help very much. Sorry about that, JD.
Gosh,
that wasn't very nice. Yeah, gosh. That was terrible. What happened there? Leave my friend alone. There you go.
Yeah, he's pretty swell.
Well, yeah, there are people that can get addicted to video games, so I understand why there might be some pause with that. You're gonna do what? You're gonna start a Batman Arkham Asylum run, taking no damage. If you get hit, you have to restart? Good luck. I mean, I don't like those. I'm personally not a fan of no death runs and no damage runs. Those take a lot of patience and dedication, so best of luck to you. That would drive me insane. That's why I don't do nuzzle locks and other things, is because I have a short fuse. So also I don't have the best eyesight, so I'm you know, I'm gonna miss like when enemies are gonna punch me or something like that. Or, you know, if I'm gonna lose a Pokemon, so it's not good for me to try to test to see how far I can push my anger. It's best to just be like, you know what, I'm just gonna chill, see what happens. Just kind of pace myself. Oh! Is that it, JD? Did we complete the event, more or less? Or you got kicked out again? Oh, no damage runs are really hard. He's, Keith's trying to be like Arkham Videos. More power to him, though. I couldn't do it.
He would rather make it difficult for me than even come to me. He has a chance to see me, and he's making it so difficult. I was able to let you off work on Wednesday. I'd be happy to.
Who we can send in?
Oh wait, how many things do I have left to do? Enter the rift. Enter the rift. Oh wow, I have enough. Cool beans. JD, you just want to come into my game now, or what do you want to do? I can invite JD now, right? Where is JD? JD, did you get kicked? Thank you for unlocking this for me. Oh, no damage runs. No. Yeah, those will drive you nuts. Rift Raft. Rift Raft. Holy cow, seriously? And it's just like yesterday.
What?
We're gonna drop below 1,000 soon. Same thing as yesterday.
Because I was stressing about my family thing yesterday. And that just shows how much I do to help the views to stay up, because I constantly ask people every 10 minutes to like the video.
How
many days? I'm gonna have to write this upstairs, and then I'm gonna have to come down and focus. I'm already taking. I'll get the apartment ready anyway for family.
You'll do no damage run in Tetris? Ah, I see what you did there. Sharon, I'll be starting Mario on the 6th. On the 6th. Looney. You watch this guy doing a no death run? No damage run or no death run? No damage run, and he got shot by a sniper near the Ivy stuff. Oof. Yeah, that would suck. I mean, I like the Arkham VR game, old school. I just don't like the vertigo associated with it. I was actually reading, I had somebody really weird talk to me on Twitter. They said, you wouldn't have problems with vertigo if you were healthier. It's like, please, I do 50 sit-ups and 50 push-ups a day. I was super healthy as a kid too. I took martial arts. I still got car sick. People are different. Like you can't. There are so many people that suffer from vertigo and other things that it doesn't matter how physically healthy or how much you eat. You know, it all depends how your body handles motion. Like some people will forever be motion sick. Like you can't do anything about it. There's nothing that can be done. So I mean, that was weird to see like people arguing that, well, if you're healthier, you know, you wouldn't have any problems. It's like, yeah, I don't think that's really a factor with how motion sickness or vertigo works. It can be an inner ear problem. It could be all kinds of stuff. You know? There's no way of knowing like what is going to cause that. It's not really your fault. It's just how your body deals with it. That's like saying somebody caught like a really nasty disease because they were unhealthy. No. Like you could be the healthiest person in the world and you can still get the C disease. Doesn't matter. It's random. Motion sickness is something you can fight a little bit, but VR, there's several scientific articles about how VR does trigger intense vertigo. It's a real thing. You know, if people have a fear of heights or people have problems with vertigo in real life, then VR can intensify that, because what VR does is VR fools your senses into thinking, your brain thinking that what you're seeing is real, in a sense. Even though you know in your mind it's a video game, right? You still perceive it as reality. Does that make sense? Bring enemy... I can't do that. Win the match with a crossover skin, so that would be Bugs. And what's up, Doc? This crossover Superman. Super Bugs! Is Arkham Shadow Story better than Arkham Asylum? No. No. Arkham Asylum and City was written by Paul Dini, a Batman expert. I think the person who wrote Arkham Shadow did a fantastic job. I would put them in the same category, if not better, than Arkham Origins writing, like the caliber of that. Much better writing than Arkham Blackgate, Arkham mobile games, and Suicide Squad. But is it to the same pedigree as Paul Dini? No. Not even close. Paul Dini is one of the best Batman writers in the past, like, 40 years. No.
Let's get this started.
And I didn't mean to... I hope I didn't offend you, Big Mac. Or Big Man. Sorry. They look like a C. Also, I'm craving a Big Mac for some reason. I saw Big Mac and I'm like, I want McDonald's now? What? We're tiny, we're toony, we're all a little loony, and in this cartoony, we're invading your TV. Bam! Surprised we don't have a Tiny Toons character. Probably nobody remembers Tiny Toons though. That was 40 years ago. That was funny though. If you guys have never seen Tiny Toons, I challenge you to see Tiny Toons. I say Tiny Toons is funnier than Animaniacs.
Always working on new material.
Like, Animaniacs is like Frasier. Tiny Toons is just stupid funny. Like, Animaniacs is kind of like intelligent humor for kids that are growing up. But people that just want like stupid fun humor, like parodies and all kinds of stuff, you want Tiny Toons. And Tiny Toons was actually written by the writers of Batman the Animated Series. People forget that, but that's how the people responsible for Tiny Toons were basically the ones who spearheaded Batman the Animated Series. Bruce Timm, Paul Dini both were on Tiny Toons. So was Alan Burnett. James Tucker, I believe, was also on Tiny Toons. Whoop. If it wasn't for Tiny Toons, we wouldn't have gotten Batman the Animated Series. That's a fact, Jack. Oh, Tiny Toons were just stupid fun. It was fun. Yeah. Win the match with an undead character. I will be you. Auto equip. That show had celebrities you never heard of? That's because it was the 80s. Like, you had celebrities from the 80s and 90s in that show. Because it was a product of its time. You didn't know that about Tiny Toons? Yeah. Look up the credits for some of the producers of Batman the Animated Series and connect it to Tiny Toons. You'd be very surprised. Based on the success of Tiny Toons, that's why they were able to greenlight Batman the Animated Series at Fox. If Tiny Toons wasn't successful and the writers weren't good, you know, the lady who was in charge of programming at Fox wouldn't have taken a gamble at Batman the Animated Series. But, you know, Tiny Toons was such a big hit for them. And, you know, they had an opportunity to do a Batman show, and, you know, Bruce ran with it.
Match point for red team.
Not the last time.
You mean the,
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm. It's just like, it's a lot of, mm-hmm.
Match point for blue team.
Oh!
Sorry, you lose.
Do I think that Arkham Shadows has successfully saved the Arkham franchise? Yes, it's lit a fire under people. It has people talking about all kinds of stuff with Arkham again, people speculating about where the story can go next. Yeah. People were basically, you know, at a funeral procession for after Suicide Squad, like, that's it. That's the end of the Arkham franchise, and now there's renewed spirit in what's going down with that. So it's a big deal. It's 100% a big deal. Oh, he's undead there too. Okay. Maybe it was just how you had stuff written old school.
Started.
It looked like you didn't know what who those celebrities were. It could have been how it was written. You're more of a Freakazoid fan? Freakazoid was amazing. But Freakazoid also was intelligent humor. Freakazoid was made for kids who were like 10 to like 14 years old. Like, the humor in that was very,
We don't have
very
to do
highbrow,
this,
but funny.
But if you
I love Freakazoid. I'd love to see Freakazoid in Multiversus, personally. I think it'd be great.
You're making me mad now.
Uh-oh.
Dance with me.
What's happening right now?
We'll see who has the right.
Whoa!
You thought you'd seen the last of me?
How did he survive?
Like you both.
Oh my gosh.
Match point for red team.
I'll give you that.
Oh my gosh, this is insane.
I won't go down that easy.
Oh my gosh!
Sorry, you lose.
Bozos can get rid of me that easily.
We don't talk about the other stuff. Yeah, I thought about that too, Broly. That Tiger Security was an unknown company and Batman ran into them for the first time in Arkham City. Yeah, I know. That's kind of one of the issues I have with Arkham Shadow. I have two problems with Arkham Shadow. They changed Dick Grayson's origin, and they brought in Tiger Security, and Batman's first run-in with the company was written by Paul Dini in Arkham City. It was a big deal. It would have been fine if they teased Tiger Security's involvement with Blackgate, but the fact that Batman acts like he doesn't know who that security agency is and he's investigating them in Arkham City. Yeah. Yep. I mean, personally, I think Tiger Security should have been like LexCorp or something like that. Should have been some type of Lex army in Arkham Shadow. And then they basically form Tiger Security or something after that. Because remember all the Lex buildings that are in Arkham Knight? I don't know. Would have been interesting to see them be something other than Tiger Security. But... Or maybe they had a different name before Tiger Security. Because prior to Arkham City, they don't really exist. They're a shadow government. And the fact that Batman is literally, like, pounding their heads in Arkham Shadow, it's kind of a problem. But, I mean, you can't really do anything about it. You know? Win the match with a crossover skin.
Let's get this started.
They rebooted Tiny Toons? Oh no. Now I'm worried. No, I haven't seen it. I don't like what they did to Animaniacs when they brought Animaniacs back, so I probably won't like Tiny Toons.
I'll beat you, and I'll defeat you.
I don't know, honey. It's almost Arkham Shadow time, honey.
Ready to strike.
Oof.
Never rest.
Bam.
That was dark. Too dark.
I will tell you this: the difference between camouflage and difference between camouflage and WB Games. When I spoke to WB Games about some of their continuity errors, they said, "Well, we're more concerned with making a good gameplay experience." Camouflage is like, we did our best to research everything, you know, to the best of our ability. So, like, I like Camouflage's answer better than how WB Games acted when I talked to them about certain stuff. So, I think that what they did with Tiger Security, they tried to find as many loopholes as possible to include those characters that would work in a storytelling perspective, but at the same time, I don't think they understand how Paul wrote things, because Paul was adding nuances that had never happened before to the Batman mythos. Really challenging Batman in ways that we had never seen happen prior. You know? Doggone it.
I knew we would win.
Yeah, I haven't seen new Tiny Toons, and I don't want to. It makes me nervous. Shoot. Shoot. Mods in the chat, could you post a short, please? We're not doing too good. Man, Looney just does not. Still have 2 more to go. Still have 2 more to go. 7,000 pumpkin. This thing's 14,000. Yikes. That's quite a bit. That is quite a bit right there. 14,000. I guess that's what we're gunning for, is that emote thing. Because that's the only thing you can use your pumpkin cookies for. At this point. Man, Looney's insane, you guys. I don't know if we can do it. This one is... win the match with a Gremlins character non-human. Superman's non-human. But he's not a Gremlin character. He's non-human. Up attack 7 times. Auto-equip. Yeah. Can't wait for December to come because of Power Rangers. Ah, mismatched gems. Oh no. Joker's in trouble. We're gonna die. Why are you sorry to me, Martin? What's wrong? Yeah, but the problem is Teen Titans Go, like, they don't act like a lot of 2020 shows because they didn't start as a 2020 show. Like, Joker screaming in the background. The reason why Teen Titans Go works is because it's a parody of, like, a beloved property, for one. And the writing is actually funny. Like, they're writing stuff for kids. They're not necessarily writing stuff for adults. When they bring stuff back for, like, Tiny Toons and Animaniacs, the problem with Animaniacs specifically is, when they brought Animaniacs back, Animaniacs became like an attack vehicle against one political side. And that was it. And those jokes, like, they grow stale so quickly because if you watch the original Animaniacs, everyone was made fun of equally. Didn't matter if you were Republican or Democrat, if you were from India or Russia or in America, everyone got the equal, you know, same barrel treatment. When they bring these shows back, they become propaganda because they're only highlighting one side. And then they're villainizing the other side. That's the very definition of propaganda. And Tiny Toons also. Tiny Toons was a parody show of its time, where they made fun of every celebrity. They didn't pick and choose. It's like, you know, everyone got made fun of. Like, they had an episode where Mel Gibson, like, they made his face look like he had a swelled head and he had fat lips. But they also made fun of Michelle Pfeiffer, who was Catwoman. So they gave her, like, super big hips and very exaggerated features, you know? They didn't pick and choose. It's like everyone went under the microscope. And our society would actually improve if we made fun of everybody equally. Because, you know, what it feels like is it's always like Hollywood against, like, one particular side that they've determined to villainize, like one side of the country. And that doesn't really, you know, that's not fun for very long. Like, sometimes people can kind of roll with the punches, like, haha, you know, I get it. But it's very mean-spirited. You know? If you're making a parody show or you're making something to make fun of the culture, you have to make fun of everything. You can't just be very careful in selecting, like, the easy targets. And I'm not gonna lie. Like, Republicans and Christians are very easy to target because, you know, they're usually the turn-the-cheek type of people. But at the same time, it becomes very mean-spirited. Like, when I was a kid, Tiny Toons and Animaniacs would make fun of Muslims, Christians, Jews, all that stuff equally, you know? Just, like, you know, using that as an example. But television today, it's like they just like to bully one group over and over again, and it doesn't really get fun to watch. You know what I mean? It's more fun when everybody gets made fun of equally. And that doesn't really happen in our society anymore. And again, this is just common sense. Like, you know, even though I come from this from a religious point of view, I know how to make fun of religion. You know? I understand, like, how things can be funny with, like, Christianity or, you know, Catholicism or whatever. I get it. Or, like, you know, how to make fun of atheists. All that stuff. It's just a very common sense approach. The problem is, like, we have, as a society, we've foregone our ability to laugh at ourselves. Everything is super serious. Like, we're all Heath Ledger now. Like, why so serious, you know? Whereas before, people knew how to laugh. People don't know how to laugh anymore. And that makes people wound so tight. Because there's no relief anymore. Everybody just keeps all their emotions bottled up until they reach a boiling point and, you know, then stuff happens. Everybody is, like, tiptoeing around stuff so much that when you walk on eggshells, you end up breaking other things other than the eggs. That's a profound statement for you. To put that on a t-shirt. Hit side attacks, 3 specials, reflect. Side attacks for 3 specials would be Batman. Nah, United Thrive,
Let's get this started.
Parody people are too afraid of hurting people's feelings that a lot of comedies, they only attack one group. Like, I would be very surprised if in the next Scary Movie that they just don't, you know, poke fun at, like, certain types of America, like Southern America or, you know, televangelists and all kinds of stuff. Like, parody is not what it used to be. I've watched the difference between comedians that aren't afraid of people, like Dave Chappelle, and comedians that are so terrified of people that they only attack one group that is a safe joke for that group of people. Whereas most comedians that I like watching, they attack everybody and it's funny. You know? They're just jokes. Pretty much. But it's not just jokes when you're constantly known for, you know, attacking one people over and over again. Then it gets kind of weird, you know? That's why I make fun of everybody equally. Because it's all about equality, right? So that means everybody gets made fun of.
How do you like these?
Match point for blue team.
Focus now.
Although Russians are really easy to make fun of because a lot of their content is blocked, so they can't even see what I'm saying. I wish I was joking, but most of my videos are blocked in Russia, so... The reason why I make fun of Russia more often than most people is because they can't see me. I am safe from Mr. Putin because he can't come after me because he cannot see. My videos are blocked in most of Russia. It's true. I don't know why they are. They just are. Because I really haven't done anything offensive that I know of. Except for my terrible Russian accent. It's jokes. Just jokes. But yeah, half our videos are blocked in Russia, which is weird. I was like, okay, because you, as a YouTuber, you hate seeing where it says your videos are partially blocked. It's like, where am I blocked? Oh, Russia. Okay. Did I say his name wrong? Is it Putin or Putin? I can never tell. It sounds better like Putin. It sounds like Russian. Putin doesn't sound Russian. But that's one of the main reasons why I watch anime, though, is because anime makes fun of America a lot. And it's funny to me. Hello. I can be super bugs. Do 100 damage? Yeah. That's not happening. You love the way I speak Russian? My mom's fluent in Russian. Also, Bond movies help speak very good Russian. If you go back and you watch Connery Bond, you'll learn proper diction for how they speak. They don't speak this way anymore because this is 60 Russian. They don't have this accent anymore. You can watch current YouTubers, they speak different than this. This is old Russian. You know, spy era, James Bond Russian. That's the parody voice I have.
Let's get this over with.
When I parody Russian voices, it's usually from like that 1960s, 70s, 80s-esque. Like, I've heard current day Russian, like people speaking, you know, with a Russian accent, and they don't sound quite like that. Mine is to the point of parody at this point because I don't. If I went to Russia and I spoke like that with my accent, they would think I am old man. They would think I am someone from their 70s or older, because most people who are young do not speak like this. It's not a... It is to the point of where they laugh at you because you sound like old man. You know, they have like different mannerisms and stuff like that. So my way of speaking in that, you know, exaggerated Russian accent would be like if I was like a 60 or 70-year-old man. Oof. I don't think we're gonna get very far with Looney today. We're getting decimated. Oh my gosh. Alright. I'm gonna try somebody else, Martin Ryan. Empire. Bleh. Words. Yes. I'm getting destroyed. Alright, so that was Martin Empire. Thank you for trying, Martin. Let's try to bring another victim in. Anyone else brave enough? Gasser, you wanna go? You here? Mr. Bear named Fred? You want to taste the looniness? You want to be the decimated by the Looney? Oh, you're fine, Martin. It's Looney, dude. Relax. You did fine, Martin. It's Looney. Do you have any idea how hard Looney is? You're fine. You worry too much. Oh, Russians have a great accent. Yeah, Russian women have a very nice way of speaking. I also like French ladies' accents really pretty too. Southern American girls have a nice accent. Amber doesn't really have an accent though. She has a cute voice, but no accent anymore. You had kind of like a southern mixed with a Midwest accent when I first met you. But also, I mean, I heard it more because I was coming back from New York. So once I was in Illinois longer, like, I didn't really notice it as much. What is my favorite Batman skin? Fred, can you get in this or no? My favorite Batman skin in this? Keaton, animated, Bruce Wayne, probably that order. Then Samurai, Dark Knight of Metal. That's about it. So Keaton would be number 1. Animated, Bruce Wayne skin. This one. That's it so far for the actual... these and the Samurai. Those would be my top 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are my favorite for Batman. Because they're the only multiverse Batman, if you think about it. And then I guess his default is okay. His default's nice. So probably 6. Alright, you want to give it a go? Alright, let's get... You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. Dodge an attack. Win with a Shark Week character? I hate you all. I'm not winning with a Shark Week character. I don't care. I don't care. You can't make me. I'm going with, you want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. Yeah. Favorite Batman story from the comics? The Man Who Falls.
Let's get this started.
It's a Bronze Age Batman story by Dennis O'Neil and Neil Adams. That was the team behind that comic book. It was also the basis for Batman Begins. There were 3 comic books that were used for Batman Begins. The Man Who Falls, Batman Year One, and I think it was The Demon. I think it was the Ra's al Ghul story.
Luckily, I've got a plan for this.
Oh, we're giant. Oh, Gasser's having a rough day. Ooh!
Match point for blue team.
Batman and Bruce Wayne. Oh! We're probably under 900 now, aren't we? Yeah!
More like world's greatest everything.
Ow. Not good. Alright. But I gotta keep going until I'm close to 900. The problem with women with a southern accent? Yeah, I know, but as an East Coaster, I always thought like a southern accent for a girl was kind of cute. Because, you know, I wasn't accustomed to it because every girl I knew in the East Coast sounded like they came from Jersey or Connecticut. So, you know, the Midwest was a novelty for me when I was in high school because it was like, oh wow. You know, because I stood out because I had a thick like New York accent. I don't really have a New York accent. I only have a New York accent when I'm angry. It comes out. But Pennsylvania doesn't... I don't know how Pennsylvania sounds, personally, because I don't leave my house much. I'm like a neat, pretty much. The only difference is my house didn't look like Asmongold's. Kudos to the guy actually cleaning his house, though. That's incredible.
I'll beat you, and
I never thought it would happen, actually. A lot of YouTubers used to talk about his house a lot back in the day. It's like, hey, you don't want your house to look like Asmongold's. I was like, yeah. Don't worry, I'll do the dishes. Now people can't say that anymore because he actually, you know, took care of business. So good for him. Like I said, cleaning your house is good because it gives you a healthier state of mind. If you live in like, a very, like, dirty place, it doesn't do well for your psyche. It makes you kind of sad, depressed, tired. When things are clean, you just feel better. I don't know why it is. Just do. Doggone it! Stupid Looney. Looney!
Like, man, I wish the gang was around to see me be awesome.
You're from Louisiana? You guys have Cajun accents? That's cool. So you all sound like Gambit? Sorry. Dodge an attack, ignite an opponent. I have nobody that can ignite nothing. I don't think. I remember a new Super Mario Bros. 2 gameplay when you were a kid. Whoa, you're still active? Yep, still here. Shadow banned, but still here. Man tried to put me down, but I'm still here, much to their annoyance. You can ignite somebody with a Rift Gem? Okay. I'm just gonna try to dodge their attacks, and then we'll get to Arkham Shadow. Sweetie, you might have to save your progress. Okay, because we gotta start Arkham Shadow.
And this is all they send?
Dodge, 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 dodge. How many dodges do I have to do? Oh, only once? Oh, okay. Alright, one more to go.
Match point for blue team.
Aim for the fences.
Oh, it looks like you ignited him.
Face me.
Whoops. I mean, it looks like you ignited him, so I would say that worked, right? Are you kidding me? It's bugged!
You know I had to do
I dodged! Okay, that's messed up. Okay, so, anyway, people, that's it for now. I don't know how many days we have left to do this rift. Superman or Clark Kent and, we're almost done. We'll be tackling Looney in another stream where I guess we'll be playing as the Harley Quinn skin. But I hope you guys enjoyed the Clark Kent showcase with the new elusive skin that was, you know, took a while to get. It took us 4 or 5 days. I don't know how many days we have left. Probably not many. Ends in 7 days. Okay. So, how this works on this channel, if this stream gets 1,000 views, we'll do another Multiverse stream. Tomorrow is Metal Slug. So, brand new game, Metal Slug. Look forward to that. And, of course, Arkham Shadow is next. So, head on over to Arkham Shadow. That's going to be interesting. I need to go over the comments. Yikes. And see where I'm supposed to go. And we'll be starting up that stream as soon as possible because the views are in the toilet. So we gotta go, go, go. I also need to set up your Tunic stream because that's not ready yet. Okay, so you guys have 37 likes. You need 40 to start. And setting up the VR is a pain in the butt. So. Okay, you have 2 minutes. Alright guys, God bless, happy gaming. Thanks so much for watching. See you over on Arkham Shadow.